Hey guys, Tim here, and we're back in the barn. So welcome back to the channel. It's a Sunday, the weather is horrible outside, so we thought we'd hide in here and do some work on the cars. Now, it's ultimate dubs in a couple of weeks, and I'm taking the Jetta Coupe, but if you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that this has been off the road for the winter. So we need to have a look at this, make sure everything's okay, and yeah, get it ready for its MOT. Now, one of the things that I did notice at the back end of last year is that the rocker cover gasket is leaking. So when you're driving your Mark II and there's smoke coming through the vents, there's a couple of things it could be. Now, one, it could be that horrible little headlight resistor that generally tends to set fire to your dash loom, but I've disconnected it on this Jetta, so it's definitely the rocker cover gasket. And if we take a look here, we can see what the problem is. There's oil absolutely everywhere back here. So as you're driving along, it's dripping out the back, it's getting onto the inlet manifold, it's getting warm, and then it's just putting smoke and fumes and all that nastiness through into the cabin. So we're gonna just pull this apart today. It's a relatively simple job. So while I get on with that, Dean's hiding down the back in the barn here, working on his. So you never really want to approach a man in a dark corner of a barn. So Dean is just working on his Mark II as well. So I promise you there is actually stuff happening up here, just in case my missus is watching and we think we just stood around drinking beers all day. So let's get this Jetta stripped down, take a look, and we'll see how bad that oil leak's been from the rocker cover gasket. So we're going to start by just taking the airbox off. Obviously this is a 1.6 carb, so it's really easy to get to. Clip there, bolt there. So you can see that's been leaking into there. So yeah, obviously we're gonna have to change that filter on the service anyway. So that's a job for next weekend. We'll do an oil and filter on it. We've got this Allen bolt up here. I'll just undo this Jubilee clip here, and that will come off. So yeah, we can see it's been leaking all out the back of that onto the top of the inlet manifold. So now I'm just going to undo this fuel line here because it goes over the top of the rocker cover. So we need to get that out of the way so we can pull the cover out. Then we've just got the 8 bolts, so there's 4 either side, 4 across the front, 4 across the back, and then this cover should almost be ready to come off. Because the cam cover bolts down on top of the rocker cover, you need to undo this Allen bolt in the side here. And then with a bit of a wiggle, the cam belt cover will just come out. Then you just need to remove these bars. There's one either side. They've got 4 holes, and it just kind of evens the pressure across the rocker cover. Now this is quite tight, so give it a little tap and hopefully it should start to work itself loose. This is particularly tight on this one, so a little bit of persuasion, give it a wiggle from side to side, because again, it tends to get stuck on the studs, and it should work its way loose. Now as you can see here, this particular one is absolutely full of sealant and nastiness. Now that's not there from factory, so again, we're gonna have to clean that up because that's just not pretty. Now, as you can see on the top of the cylinder head there, there's lots of, I guess, dried oil, bit of sealant, all sorts of rubbish that's accumulated there. So to get a nice seal, yeah, we're gonna need a little Scotch pad, and we're just gonna remove all of that debris off the top there, make it nice and smooth so we can get a nice seal. Now, as you can see, we've got to go to work on that rocker cover as well, because there's a load of sealer and stuff left in there. So someone's tried to seal it before using that, and obviously over time, it's not sealed it properly. Right, so with that cleaned off, we're ready to put the new gasket back on. So in the kit, you get a new half moon seal, you get that goes over the top of the cam, and obviously you got the gasket itself. All of that came in at only £6.90 from GSF. I actually went to look at Euro car parts, but clicked on the top link on Google, and it turned out the GSF sharked Euro. So fair play, GSF, you got my money this time. Now, as you can see, I've cleaned off the top of the cylinder head there, so that should make a nice seal. It's as important to get that as clean as you can. Get rid of anything that's going to stop this gasket forming a good seal. And I've done the same here. I've rubbed this down with a Scotch-Brite, so that's nice and clear from any debris or leftovers from that horrible old gasket. So let's get this put back together. So we start by pushing that half moon seal into there. So we need to slide this underneath the throttle cable. Now this only goes one way round. You've got sort of the notch here that's quite obvious. Now with this all put back together loosely, we'll torque up the bolts on the top here. It's really important not to over tighten them. If you do, it can bend the rocker cover itself and then it will never form a seal. So that may have happened with this, I just don't know. This car was built in 1984 and clearly someone's had a go in here before. So I'll put it together and yeah, I'll torque it up to 7.5 foot-pounds of torque. Now, hopefully that's gonna keep it sealed. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna need to pull it all apart again and then I'm gonna need to put some sealer in to make sure it keeps it all nice and sealed. But hopefully, if we torque it up properly, because when I undid these, they were kind of finger tight, hopefully it will be good enough. And that's it, that's the Jetta all buttoned up. So I've replaced that rocker cover gasket today. Hopefully I won't get that smell of burning oil drifting into the cabin while I'm driving on long runs. That was a really easy job, probably start to finish, took about an hour, and you can do it with basic tools that come in most basic toolkits. So really, really straightforward. So it's definitely one you can give it a go yourself at home. Now, I need to get some other bits done on this. I need to do an oil and filter change, probably change that air filter because it's looking a bit disgusting, and then get it in for an MOT so that it's ready to go to Ultimate Dubs in a couple of weeks. Look, I hope this has shown you how easy it is to work on your own Mark II Golfs. And to be honest, if you're watching this, you're probably an enthusiast, so you're probably already doing the work yourself, so fair play. So with that being said, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one.